Welcome to 6 Degrees of Jim. Today we're gonna cook Mooooo-Shi. So it's steak with rice. And it's gonna look like little pieces of nigiri. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the finest steak from Heights Butcher Shop. So, and I'm sporting the hat. And we're not using beaver. These are the ingredients. So we got some light rice vinegar, Worcestershire, which I'm letting the steaks marinate right now. It's another, through the magic, we have 2 packs of steak. Sea salt, pepper. I'm going to season that after we go. But you really need some of this sushi grade type rice for it. And then we let it sit, cold water, 15 minutes. And let it soak it in. Of course, I said, again, Heights Butcher Shop, finest steak in the land. We got that. And then we have this seaweed. We're going to wrap that little fancy thing around. And it's going to be some great Mooooo-Shi. So stay tuned. Through the magic of editing, I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. This rice, the sushi style rice, it's real easy. They have this big thing of directions right here to follow and just big pictures. So even a dummy like me can figure it out because I got pictures. And that's what I learned in 2nd grade is how to follow the pictures. So super simple. You just let it soak and then you bring it to a boil and it just tells you, I'm not gonna go and bore you with it all. It's just super simple and super easy. Just follow the directions. And we'll be back through the magic of editing. So rice vinegar, it goes into the rice. It's just following the directions. We just did the bring it to a boil and let it sit and all that. It's around the package, super simple. And then, there we go, look at this. You just kind of move it around through there. And then we'll stir it up and we'll let the magic begin. This is gonna go kind of quick, so pay attention. Cast iron. We have 2 identical pans, same size, and we get it nice and hot. Like this one is 803, so it's hot. So it's good and hot, and that's what we want. We want it nice and hot. So what we're gonna do, you can get this on Amazon or kind of anywhere. This is beef tallow is what we use. We just kind of put it on there real quick, and it gets kind of smoky. So it gets kind of hot, so watch yourself. But then we just get it on there, and we start dropping steaks. Get them nice and seared. And I'm going to show you what the second pan is for after we get them seared. So we're going to get those good and seared, good and hot, leave them for a couple of minutes, and I will do that. So as you can see, it becomes pretty smoky. So we give it a good flip. When I get to the other side, I'm going to show you what the other pan's for. Now that we really seared them really good. So now we got them good and seared, and they're going to start to sear on that side. So you can do one of 2 things. Keep them seared, leave them in there, put your oven at about 250, throw them in the oven, let them finish. Or, the other trick we have, since we have the same size cast iron pan, we go right on top of it, like so, and then we move it off the heat. And so it'll continue to cook, once you get it lined up right. You just turn your oven off. It'll continue to cook inside that. It'll sear it, and then we'll finish it out. Once we finish it out, I'll get the slice in, and we'll get to the rest of the project. So that's how you do it with cast iron. Again, if you double them up like this, there you go. Sorry about the smoke. So real quick here, we're gonna pull these out of our little pot that we made. I've already temperatured them. So I put them at 120 is where I like them. But then you pull it off, but look at all the moisture in this thing. It holds in here. What it does. It's like a little steam pot. It just turns out phenomenal. So anyways, we pull them out of there, and then, and always one of these because this cast iron gets kind of warm, but then we're gonna let them cool. So get your fancy dancy little tool, and like I said, they turned out perfect. We are gonna let them rest on the cutting board for about 10 minutes, maybe a little longer, maybe 15, just till they're cool. So they don't bleed all over, leak all over when we start cutting them open and juices run out everywhere. So, but that's how well it turns out. Kind of like it's a little sauna for the steaks. So it's magic time. Let's see how it turns out. I think it's pretty good. So we get it about just less than a finger width, and we're gonna cut through it just like so. Just like so. All right, that's part of the process. So we take a little mayonnaise, whatever your favorite mayonnaise is, just like a little spoonful of it like that. And you just get a spoon of it, soy sauce, and you just put a little, about like that, depending on, you know, to flavor. And then you just give it a stir, and it gets kind of a kind of a brown color and a real consistent, smooth type setup. And we're going to put that on the sushi, the MOOOH-Shi. We're going to put that on the MOOOH-Shi. So just get it all whipped up. So we made some sushi bowls here. You just take it up and you just make a little sushi piece, just like you do at the sushi restaurant. And we're going to add the steak to it. So what we're doing here is, as we make our little sauce, we also come back with the steak that we cut into those strips. We don't season them before. We just sear them. And then you just come back with some light salt, and then light pepper over them after they're already sliced, and then a little bit of this just granulated garlic. Again, all of your tasting, I like a little seasoning on my stuff, so I like to taste my food. So there you go. So that is ready. We'll now we'll get ready to assemble. We'll show you the assembled product. So out of our seaweed, we just pull a little sheet out like so. Get yourself a set of trimmers, and then, you know, just about that wide, not real wide, just enough to hold it. You just cut right along it, like so. So once you cut it up, that's ready to go. You can set that aside for the rest of them. But then you just drop your piece of seasoned meat on there like that, kind of tuck it in, take your little wrap it around there like that, and then drop it on there like so. Then you just take your sauce, get it nice and mixed up, and then we're just going to put a couple little dabs on it, just like that. Just kind of make it look kind of fancy. Ooh, and that's your MOOOH-Shi. So there you go. So I'm going to try one. So see you later. Oh man, that's good. So this is a shortcut way. If you don't want to make each individual ball and each one, we do it like this. So you can take either regular rice or sushi rice, and then you still cut the steaks up, still see, do all everything else, and just drizzle some of the sauce on there, and you can just eat it like that. And you can use, just like I said, regular rice. You don't have to use sushi rice, but we cut up the seaweed paper, and it's kind of in there, you can see, and still the same sauce, but super easy. Slice it, throw it on top, go pig out. Have a great day.